So when you're doing the kicks, the foot shape is of course very important. We have 4 basic ways of shaping the foot. For the turning kick, we want to extend the toes and the ankle as we turn in, or the roundhouse kick. Just want to see that I'm in view here. So the foot strikes like so, extended out, toes down. As we come up, the heel will turn, opening out so that we kick across, like so. Reaching in. So we want to kick across with the instep of the foot, or of course the shin. That's for Muay Thai, for example. If we want a bit more extension, we kick with the pointed toes. You have the blade of the foot for such things as the side kick. So the blade of the foot draws up the inside of the leg, revealing the blade. So there's a slight curve in. It's not bringing up like so. It's curving in so that the sole of the foot ends up pointing somewhat down. Attacking with the edge of the foot. That means you can actually come back down relatively quickly, because if it points up, it takes a bit longer to come back down. So we've got the instep of the foot for the turning kick, and the outside edge of the foot around there, nearest, fairly near the heel. You'll feel, if you're to stamp on the floor with the edge, that's exactly the area you want. So it's not the bottom of the foot, it can be. But you want to transmit force from the abdomen to the extended part of the foot. That's the importance of the shape. So if we would just punch like that, the force would just dissipate. It wouldn't be concentrated. And if we were just to punch with just the fist, it wouldn't come from the core. So you want to shoot it from the core, extending in, because otherwise if we hit with the fist without using the proper body alignment and power, we're just going to bend the wrist. And in the same way, if we just kick with the right part of the foot, but not the proper contortion of the body, then the kick loses power, even if the foot shape is right. We've got the heel. You can check by pointing the toes up slightly. This creates the heel shape, toes up, heel revealed, which then allows you to kick. And you might turn out and even turn that into a side kick. So we turn, heels pointing, toes pointing down, so that we don't go off. If the toes point out to the side, turns us outside. So sometimes we want to just jab out with the heel, as in a back kick, either that way or turn that way. So we mentioned pointing the toes out brings the body across. That's useful for when we're striking with the sole of the foot, as in the hooking kick. So the hooking kick, we want to bring up, point the toes out with the kick, because otherwise we don't sweep across like so. So the toes point out as we bring up, we sweep across. Now, this can be with the ball of the foot extended and the toes pointed, or the toes simply pointed. If we kick with the toes extended, we reveal the entire flat of the foot, including the ball of the foot and the heel. We want to extend the ball of the foot in order to hit with that ball of the foot just below the toes. If we were to reveal, pull the toes back, that would be more of a heel strike, like so. The heel strike will actually stop you spinning too much, like so. If you want to sweep all the way in, perhaps because you need to come across more in a more rotational sense, that's when you extend the toes. Now if you notice, I'm able to swing back round neatly by folding the leg back in, which takes me back here. If I use the heel, my toes are not bringing me round because they're still extended that way. So I come down slightly forwards. Again, if I extend the toes, I can come down and complete the turn full circle by making sure the toes bring me back round. So it's not just a case of impact. The heel will of course be more powerful if it hits the temple, hits the chin, but with the toes extended, hitting with the ball of the foot and toes and flat of the foot, I'm able to come back round. So possibly moving away, completing that turn. Now of course, if I was to strike with the heel, I'm not going to come round so much. So, even if you don't complete the turn, flat of the foot, excuse me, got a bit of a cold. Flat of the foot tends to be quicker, whereas the heel tends to be more powerful. But you will need to adapt dynamically in the moment rather than deciding beforehand what you're going to do. If you were to punch, if you were to think I'm going to punch, they might move in. You would need to be able to adapt to an elbow. It's the same principle. So finally, the extension of the foot allows you to reach in a bit further. So if I'm going to do a hooking kick from here, I can hit with the heel, I can stand back a bit further, leaning away, giving me more distance if it's with the toes extended. The last foot shape we'll look at is the point of the ball of the foot, where we point the toes up and kick through. Toes up. Kicking with the ball of the foot. Because if you kick with your toes, toe punting, that's just going to break your toe. So those are different shapes.